Let's go to Karen in Boston. Karen.
Hey, you guys are killing me. I'm trying to work here, and I keep getting pulled into your discussions, and I wind up yelling at the speakers every night.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So quit the job at Arby's and
See that?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the customers can wait. I just wanted to make a couple of quick comments on listening to your discussions. And first of all, Nick, I've totally been on the same page with you since I first saw you perform 20 years ago. I don't know if it's just because of experiences or we're both from the same area.
right.
David.
Same mentality, that cynical, caustic, sarcastic type of outlook. And whenever people will tell me I'm being too pessimistic, I'd snap back at them and say, no, I'm realistic. What's the matter with you? I'm realistic.
Yeah.
This is life. And the other thing I wanted to add is I wanted to agree with Kathy when she said a few minutes ago that she thinks a pessimist is an idealist who's been disappointed too many times. And I think there's a lot of...
That was Catherine, stupid.
Oh! Has to be right.
That was Artie joking around, Karen.
That was our irony.
I think there's a lot of truth to that because nobody is born pessimistic or cynical. We become that way after being disappointed too many times and kicked in the teeth too many times, and then we settle into this negative state of mind.
So,
What about that theory?
Thank you, Karen.
I think
Very
she's
well
right.
said.
That was good.
So you think society... Do you think people
Of
have a
course.
right to be mean if society has beat them down?
I think we all have a responsibility to work on ourselves and to be the best we can. So I think that society might do that, and then we have to work on ourselves.
Yeah, but again,
To get deep
that
from
all
it.
goes against doing what I chose for a living.
But
If
on stage
a
is
well-adjusted person is this horrible comedian.
But on stage is one thing, but off stage, what you're saying is, we should exercise some of what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
I don't
agree.
like that.
Yeah,
I like
can
to be
tell.
that same person. There's no,
All
I do.
the
I just
time.
like absolutely because I'm being a phony if I go on stage and I'm not being who I am off stage.
Let me just be Dr. Phil for a minute. So how's that
Oh, you're
work?
much prettier.
Thank you. But how's that working for you?
What do you mean, professionally or
No,
personally?
personally.
I got a happy marriage.
So
I mean, she's happy.
So if it works for you, then it works for you.
No, you're right. I could
Yeah, thank
back
you.
off on a few.
Mhm.
Well, no, I do have some
I mean,
issues with people. But,
But
I got one person who loves me, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, me.
It's
Well,
Dan.
actually, here's a
Oh, we
really
got a break, but
interesting.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, an
Finish your
interesting
thought.
point is if you are mad and mean all the time,
Yeah.
you don't end up feeling that good inside. You start to get like emotional indigestion.
I do. I feel like Tony Soprano in that episode. He
Yeah.
said, "I'm tired of being angry all the
Yeah,
time."
yeah. So
but I've
there's a
never felt
payoff.
that tired.
One time I got a emotional indigestion. I ate Oprah.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk more with the nice coaches, Catherine Crowley and Kathy Elster. And we'll take more of your calls. 800-546-7663, The Nick and Artie Show.
Now back to two guys who use their man boobs as chest protectors. Nick and Artie.
Yeah, little Jay Giles. Welcome back, Nick and Artie Show. Right now we're being psychoanalyzed by a couple of nice coaches.
I'm getting a lot out of this.
Seriously,
I am.
they weren't in here for 30 seconds. They made two very accurate. What about negativity and...
Yeah, we're negative jerk-offs. No, you're an advocate for fairness.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm a dated, bloated scumbag. I read between the lines,
Archie, I feel
Kathy.
that we have not given you enough time and attention. Is that?
Did you call him Archie?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes. Hey, Archie. It's the Nick and Archie Show.
That's nice of you to remember my name.
Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah, I'm Archie.
Tammy and Kathy.
I'm Archie. Yeah.
Forgive me.
You broads are nice.
Archie was a little dated. Hey there.
Hey, Edith.
Where's my beer, Edith?
Hey, Edith, how you doing? That money-hungry McNabb, he'd sell those money for $50.
Where does Gene...
So, Artie, I feel that we have not given you enough time and attention.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yes. I want to know your birth order, if we could go back.
My birth order was to get out of the house.
Yeah, I believe that. But
Where are you in the lineup?
I'm the oldest and clearly the example setter. No, I have two kids. I'm the oldest, and I have one sister who's 15 months younger.
Wow.
And
That's it?
There's major differences, and Nicola attests to this. There's major differences between me and her. She is
Beautiful.
gorgeous. She honestly is like stunning looking. And you're editing right now, but if I asked you what I looked, if I asked you what I looked like, I got a feeling you wouldn't be as nice as you are today in the Notting Hill conversation during the commercial. Was the gayest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, and she's not. She is nicer. She's a nicer person, and
Women
sweet
tend to be nice.
almost. Yeah, well, not a lot of broads. Well, if you give them an extra 100, they'll say something nice.
Oh my goodness, that wasn't even mean for me.
I how about this? Do you think this is mean? Like I've used the services of whores.
Mm-hmm.
Your opinion on that? Is that a mean thing? Is that objectifying women?
It's helping the economy, isn't it?
Do you think that? What do you think about?
I think it's a better story than the drug one.
Well, wait till you hear the rest of it.
I'm a little more comfortable.
Wait till you hear what she charged for a line of blow.
I think if it was consensual, it's fine.
I think it was consensual.
I hope so.
She was half. Well, I'm not sure if she was conscious. But no, it was. But I've done it several times, so you don't think there's. Would you consider yourself?
Oh,
I guess so.
in this conversation, I am. I'm defending the whore here.
Wait. So I'm the a-hole. Thank you.
No, wait.
I'm the middle child.
Question you asked.
Shut up, Catherine. I've had enough of you.
Do not speak to the therapist that way.
Yeah? Who's paying for this session? I'll mention your book right now. Working for you isn't working for me. And guess what? This segment isn't working for me. Working with you is killing my career. No.
Dr. Mel, how does that make you feel, Artie?
No, I didn't.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say, Diane.
What I wanted to say is that I don't think it's mean to employ the services of a prostitute.
Good.
It's not a mean thing.
I
It
agree.
may not be a great thing.
Is it mean if you got a steady girlfriend when you're doing it?
Well,
Stop
it could
it,
be
Nick.
mean
Stop
to
it right
the
now.
girl.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so I think that's very sort of open-minded of you guys, as very you're very intelligent people, clearly the smartest people in this room, which says a lot. But you said something interesting to me. So in no case you feel in no case it's justified to be mean. Like you know someone is like the Grand Dragon of the Klan, or,
Yeah.
or Hitler. Like, is it okay to be mean to Hitler?
Well, I guess you have to. For me, it's fine to be forthright. You could be aggressive. You could be assertive. You could say no. You could refuse things. But being mean is a different thing. Being mean is saying something that's cruel to the other person.
Okay, so Hitler comes in your office.
Well,
okay?
let me just say that mean is ineffective.
Okay.
It's
I agree with you. It's been ineffective for me because I used to be in movies, then I went to television, then to stage and radio, and I'll be working, I'll have a yellow vest on. I'll be working on the LIE next week. But Hitler comes into your office. And
Yes,
goes,
yes.
Listen, I killed 6 million people.
Mm-hmm.
How do you edit yourself? What do you say to him? How are you?
You know, you're picking the most evil person on the planet.
Okay, so tell me what- so-
and I think Mel Brooks, he wrote Springtime for Hitler to make fun of him.
That's right.
Which I think.
Thank you for explaining that to us.
No, but I thought that was kind of brilliant of him. So, sorry.
We get comedy, we know.
Yeah.
We don't think he really liked Hitler.
Forgot where I was.
Hasn't the definition of mean changed? We're in a real touchy-feely time in this
It's about to
in this
change.
society, and what?
No, actually, I think people are meaner than ever right now.
I agree.
And
No,
especially
how?
people in the media,
No, but
especially news broadcasters.
You don't think the definition has changed of mean? You know what I mean? You can say something a little gruff today that nobody would have looked at twice in the 60s.
Remember,
like
we're
using the
dated.
term broad or whatever.
I don't think it's mean.
No.
I think
that's
it's
a bad
positive.
example.
I think it's positive. I
I'm
think
just saying, you're going to tell me people aren't more hypersensitive today about
Yes.
everything.
Well, that's part of it's. What's interesting is
I have
whenever
compassion fatigue, Catherine. Have you heard that term?
I've heard that.
I
And whenever
have
you have
compassion
one trend,
fatigue.
you'll
So
have
who?
a counter trend. So we have too much political correctness.
It's never going to change.
And so,
now.
in response to that, comes a lot of backlash.
Where is that backlash? Other than me making a living on stage, I've been waiting for that backlash. I don't see it coming.
I see what Nick is
It's
saying.
everywhere.
It's not. It's everywhere.
Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck. Oh my!
So
now the
you
Harvard's
think
coming
he-
out.
you
Now
think
the
he's
Harvard's
mean?
coming out.
You think Glenn Beck is a mean person?
Actually, I think he's nuts, and
I think the
he's
president's nuts.
Well, you could feel. Do you
know what I
think
mean?
he's mean and nuts?
Yeah, and he hides it.
Ah.
He hates how this country came about, and he just
He
and he
does?
hides it. Yeah, he does.
I don't even
No, this is
understand
the
that.
paranoid
Well, you don't follow
thinking of-
politics.
I'm trying to get the advocate
Good.
for
Now
fairness.
it's paranoid thinking. Here we go. The Harvard. I knew I could draw it out of her.
Give me this again. You think Obama what?
No, we gotta
I'm
stay
not
there.
going to get
It's
into
not
this.
a political show. It's not a political show.
You'll find out in November
All
2012
right, later. For that.
For instance,
when everybody agrees with me.
But Nick has a point. Political correctness, like some things in the 50s that were accepted, are not accepted nowadays.
Yeah,
like,
male
for,
behavior.
For instance,
Yeah, that's right.
I'll give you guys a for
It's
instance. I'm openly against interracial marriage, and people say that's mean. What do you think about that?
I think it is mean.
I think in the 50s people would say I agree with you.
Well,
That's
I,
right.
I think it's actually kind of small-minded.
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not mean.
Well, name a positive of interracial marriage. Give me one.
Are you really against
Oh, there are lots of positives.
Okay, name them.
Well, one
free
of them
football tickets to the game?
OJ coming to your house
that was
with
an
a
OJ
knife.
joke.
I actually have a number of friends who are interracial couples. They have great lives,
Catherine,
great families.
Catherine, let me explain comedy to you. I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's kidding.
It's irony. I'm being ironic.
Thank you.
I don't care who gets together. I really don't. I just care.
We
if
got a
my,
break
I care
again.
if my check clears.
We got a
No,
break again.
I'm not against interracial marriage. But I think Nick has a point that I think people are more sensitive now. Like there's Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh. You guys might think they're nuts and mean, but I don't see how that is.
I want to keep him over for one more because I got to get to the
I want to
thing.
keep him for the next 5 hours. I'm going to take him on
I'd
the
like
ride
to,
home with me.
I'd like to ask
Call
a
the
question
police.
too,
I
Artie.
have to get out.
Nick, we'll come back. We're going to keep him over.
Think it, but-
We're having a great time with these nice coaches. I got to
not
ask
so
him
nice.
something that my wife at home is going to want to hear the answer to. We'll be back right after this.
Now back to two guys who have not yet been mathematically eliminated. But it's early. Nick and Artie. The Nick and Artie Show.
Back for the we got to let the nice coaches go after this segment.
No, we don't.
Or we'll be
I want
arrested
them
for
to-
kidnapping.
I want to, which would be mean. I want to take them home, like on my drive home. I'm getting a lot out of this. I really am. I don't know if you heard this story. Derek Jeter will have sex with a woman, and then supposedly, like a one-night stand, and then he'll give them a gift basket on their way out of his apartment. That's like
That's mean. Just give them
a
cash,
supposed,
right?
That's a supposed story. What do you think?
a real story.
What do you think of that? If that's true.
That just sounds bizarre to me. Do you have a thought about it, Kathy?
You know, that there's something
Where's
that's
Kathy's
kind of
headset?
cruel, actually. It's kind of cruel.
You think it's cruel for him to do that, or
Yeah, because
like it's almost mocking them?
Well, it's premeditated.
I used to make him hitchhike.
Listen, I used to work for a guy that carried a briefcase full of jewelry for the women he was going to
that's
sleep
right.
with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
Was
heard
that was
kind of
that
lot.
Tony Franciosa?
I'm not going to say his name.
Dated.
Maybe. Right.
I'll say it for you, Terrell Owens.
Tony Franciosa was an actor who was in 3 movies in the 60s and married to Shelley Winters, for you people who were
So
under 80.
it's premeditated. That's what bothers me about it.
So you
It's
think that's kind of?
planned.
I think it's kind of
Ooh.
mocking the woman.
Well, it's planned. Like, you know, I'm going to get what I want, so I'll give her a best.
Plus, it's like if I'm the woman, like, oh, like this doesn't. He does this to every.
Right.
Right.
It's like Tony Soprano used to give a ring every time he broke up with a.
Right.
It's